People don't want to know the truth. People only see what they want to know. Today's story is posted by a 32-year-old woman living in Arizona. This happened when I was still in high school. I lived in a very small rural town, the kind of place where everyone knows your name, your parents' names, and what you had for dinner last night. We had one gas station, one diner, and a high school that doubled as a community center on weekends. I used to think nothing ever changed there. I was wrong. It started on a Tuesday. I remember because I had a math test that day, and I was dreading it. I took the long way to school, walking past the old train tracks that hadn't seen a train in decades. That's when I saw it. The fog. It wasn't like morning mist or the kind that rolls in after rain. This fog was thick, silver, and strangely still. It hovered low, curling around the tracks like it had a mind of its own. I should have turned around, but something about it pulled me forward. I stepped into it. The air turned cold, and the world went silent. No birds, no wind, just the sound of my own breath, loud and shaky. I blinked, and the fog was gone, but so was everything else. The town looked the same, but different. The gas station had a new sign. The diner was painted blue instead of red, and when I got to school, no one recognized me, not even my best friend Lila, who looked right through me like I was a stranger. I ran home, heart pounding, but my house wasn't mine. A different family lived there. A woman answered the door holding a baby. She looked at me like I was crazy. I wandered for hours trying to make sense of it. Eventually, I found the library. It was still there. Though the librarian was someone I'd never seen before, I asked to use the computer. The date was the same, the year was the same, but everything else had shifted. I spent the night in the woods behind the school, shivering under a blanket of stars. I didn't sleep, I just kept thinking, what happened? Where am I? The next morning, I went back to the tracks. The fog was there again, waiting. I stepped in. This time, I came out in a world where my dad was still alive. He'd died in a car accident when I was 12, but here he was sitting on the porch, sipping coffee, reading the paper like nothing had happened. I ran to him, hugged him so hard he spilled his coffee. He laughed and called me pumpkin, just like he used to. I stayed in that world for 3 days. I didn't go to school. I just spent time with him. We went fishing. We watched old movies. He told me stories I'd forgotten. I didn't care if it was real or not. I just wanted to stay. But the fog came again. It rolled in through the trees like a tide. I tried to run, but it was faster. It swallowed me whole. When I opened my eyes, I was back on the tracks. Back in my town. The diner was red again. My house was mine. My dad was gone. I never told anyone who would believe me. But sometimes when the air gets cold and the fog rolls in, I go back to the tracks. I wait, I hope, because somewhere out there in some other version of this world, my dad is still alive, and maybe, just maybe, the fog will take me back to him. My dad is still alive, and maybe, just maybe, the fog will take me back to him.